This video is going to be the second installment of the 2019 version of the annual Gift Ideas video series here at Survival on Purpose. In this video, we're going to take a look at several cool gift ideas for $25 and under. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information, gear reviews, and sometimes gift ideas related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, as I said, this is going to be another edition of the 2019 Gift Ideas series where we're going to be taking a look at several different gifts. I think about 15 gift ideas for $25 and under. And like always, I've chosen these gifts just because I think it's stuff that I either have and like or I would like to get. So, and as always, also there'll be links in the video description so you can check these out for yourself if you choose to do so. So, with no rambling whatsoever, I know it's weird, isn't it? Let's get started. So the first item on the list is something I think is really cool, and I've seen this thing several times, but it's kind of a new concept. It is the Hero Clip, and this thing is like pretty stinking amazing. And you can see it folds up like this, unfolds like this. You can clip this on something, you can hang it, you can hang this over, you know. I mean, just anywhere you need something to hang, you need to hang something, you can hang it. And one good idea that I have for this is, let's see, you got to turn around, put it back like that, turn it like that. You keep this in your pocket, and if you're in a public restroom and you have to do your business, you know, you can, and there's nowhere to hang your coat or whatever, you can hang this up over the stall and clip your coat to it. So pretty cool idea there. But anyway, this is $18 on Amazon, so that's the first item, under 25, right? The next item is a book, because I like me some books, and this is one I really like. It is by Dennis Martin. I'm sorry, it's by Nick Hughes. Dennis Martin, I guess, left a little quote here for it. But Nick's a former French Foreign Legion service guy or whatever, mercenary, I don't know what you call him, a former bodyguard, just protection specialist, whatever you want, executive protection specialist, I think is what they call it. Anyway, bottom line, it's a really good book. I've read this thing start to finish, and it has got some really, really good common sense ideas and stuff in it. And I highly recommend it anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. And the price on this book is $18 on Amazon. So there's that. I said I wasn't going to ramble, and I've already rambled, so let me rein her back in. The next item is a really, really cool thing that Olight's got out. It's the i3 UV. Now, you've seen the i3E little regular LED on here plenty of times. This one is a UV light. And if you're not familiar with what the purpose of a UV light is, several things. If you're a hunter, this helps you track blood in the woods or whatever. Basically, bodily fluids will show up on this. I mean, surely you've watched like CSI or something, right? So this is something, if you spend any time in hotels, I think this would be a really good thing to have, although it might freak you out and you not want to stay in another hotel. But pretty cool little light here. This is $15, and it's the Olight i3 UV. Pretty cool there. And there'll probably be a coupon code in the description below, so if there is, you can save a little money on this one. So there's that. The next item is a cool little knife from the folks at SOG, and it is the SOG Centi II Knife. And what I like about this is it is a very solid lock-up little knife from SOG, but it's small enough to fit in an Altoids tin. And I'm always looking for like a functional knife that you can actually use in one of these small micro survival kits. I think this is a really good choice. It's a lock back design, so it's pretty solid lockup. You know, very, very small. You can keep it on a keychain. You can put it in an Altoids tin, and I think this would be, it's big enough. It could be a functional knife for somebody, especially in a small survival kit or whatever. So, and the price on this one is $15. So we seem to be stuck on $15, but there's that. The next item, it's not $15, it's $13.98, and it's a Zippo Typhoon match kit. This is pretty stinking cool. If you haven't seen these Zippo Typhoon matches, man, these things are like, they're like the Yuko Storm matches, but they're stinking huge just for you. And this is not a match demonstration, but just want to show you this thing. So it's got a little O-ring there, keep it waterproof. Then it's got a little waterproof cap on this end with a striker. Let's look at that, watch it. Ooh, here it goes. Now this thing burns for a little while. I probably shouldn't have done this. This is going to make the video be longer than it needs to be, but I mean, it's still burning. That's anyway. While we're talking about that, again, this is $13.98. Who wouldn't want this, right? So okay, let's put you out. Hopefully, it won't burn anything up. The next item is something that somebody sent me, and I tested this thing and I like it a lot. It's the cold steel Bushman knife. Now, the ones on Amazon, the only ones I can really find are a Bowie style, which means the blade is cut off about like that. But they have two different styles available. But this is not the Bowie. This is what they call the standard. But they're both the same concept. It's just a folded handle, one piece of steel, very solid, and just for like $20, $19.30. So really good price on this thing. It comes with just a plastic sheath and an included ferro rod. And I've done a review on this one. This has got some wrap on the handle, and a plug in it. You can kind of make a Rambo knife out of it, but it functions very well. It's a really solid knife, and it's pretty well balanced too. Anyway, the price on this one again is $19.30 on Amazon. The next item is something that we looked at in the under $10 and under. We looked at a mid-size one. This is something I think everybody should have. I know we all use our GPS, we all use, Google Maps and Waze and all that stuff, but if all that fails and you're trying to get from point A to point B, we used to use these things called maps. This is just a regular road atlas. This is a full-size road atlas, and this is a US version, and so it's got different states in it. It has different cities. Just very, very handy to use, and just it's good to have in case everything else goes down. And it's also, sometimes it's just easier to plan a long trip on a piece of paper than it is to try to look at those maps. And the price on this one is $11.20 on Amazon. Not a bad deal there. So that's something I think would be good to have in your vehicle, in every vehicle. It's also good, like I said, for planning trips. The next item is something you might think is kind of an unusual for a gift, but if you got anybody on your gift list who works hard with their hands and gets dirty, this is the Tough Nut hand cleaner, and this uses walnut shells in it, and it's got a bunch of natural stuff in it. It really is good. It doesn't dry your hands out. I've been using this now for several months when I get my hands dirty, because I'm a plumber. Sometimes I get dirty, and it just stinking works. It works as good as anything I've ever used, and it leaves my hands feeling ever so soft. So that's the Tough Nut, and the price on this one is $12.75 for this big old thing here. And a little dab will do you, as they used to say. It doesn't take much. So there's that. Next item is speaking of getting lost in atlases, this is a Suunto MCB Compass, and this is a really good value, I think. I really like Suunto compasses. I think they have a really good reputation, and this one is a little lower priced than some of them. It's $20.95, and it's water resistant, and it floats, so can't go wrong there with a Suunto compass. The next one is kind of a cool little deal here. It's a Hydro flask, Hydro pack. And this one is the stash, and you can see it collapses down to that. I haven't even taken this out of the pack yet, but it collapses down to that little bitty profile, and then you squeeze it like that, and it pops open and turns into this one. And this particular one is 750 milliliters, so you can fill it up, carry your water in it, and when you're out of your water, you can just squeeze it back down. It doesn't take up any room in your pack or your glove compartment or whatever. So I think this is a really cool little idea. And the price on these are $20.12. Next is something that I really, really, really like. I'm using this thing a lot on several videos. It's their Humongozoid fire steel. I think it's a jumbo fire steel. Comes with a paracord lanyard, a striker, and a really nice big fire steel. And it works really well. And the price on this one is $24.99. So there's that. So the next item I've got on the list, a really cool item we've looked at already. It's a Biolight pocket solar. They call this the sunlight because it's solar. So it's got the solar panel here on back and the light here. And you can see as it turns on. It also has different colors. It's got a little stand on it and a hook. So really nice for camping, backpacking, whatever. Super lightweight, but it gives you a good area light. The price on this thing is $21.20. The next thing is a somewhat controversial item. It's a Baofeng UV5R. And the reason I say it like that is because I made a video in September. I think this thing was supposedly going to be banned by the FCC and this and that. Well, they're still available on Amazon, and they're still just 23 bucks. So completely functional little ham radio for 23 bucks. Probably not the greatest in the world, but they will get the job done, and very, very popular. So that's cool. And this is a blue one. They make black ones or whatever. Then the next item, speaking of area lights, this is a really neat thing. It's the Luminaid pack light. These are on Shark Tank, maybe. That's where they got their start, but they're actually solar. See the big solar panel there? You can see that it's been charging out here, even in the dim sunlight. And then This one has a USB, so you can also charge it by USB and pre-charge it. And then they inflate and they make a lantern, so a lamp. And so they'll float. You can use them for fishing. You can use them at your campsite. And they don't take up a lot of room. So pretty cool there. And they do give a really nice, soft area light. And again, those are $24.95. Finally, I know you're saying finally. The last item on the $25 and under list is this cool item from my friend David at Ultimate Survival Tips. It is a tiny survival card. And we've seen these on the channel before. It's one of these punch-out cards, and it contains a lot of really, really useful items that are in stainless steel. It's not a little flimsy aluminum. And it has a magnet back on it, which was a unique item, a unique idea, so that when you remove something here, you can put it back on here, and you don't have these little pieces sticking around. You can stick them back on there, and you're not going to lose everything. So, and the price on this is $19.95. Really cool idea there. So, I guess that's 15 gift ideas for 25 bucks and under. So, I hope this has been helpful. Once again, there will be links in the description below. I hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time, and have a Merry Christmas.